Hi guys, welcome back to Casually Crafted. My name is Ashley and this is Crafty Chat number 24. We'll see if we can get through this video because apparently my neighbors decided right now is a good time to work on their motorcycle and it's almost 10 o'clock at night. So I've been sitting here just waiting for them to be quiet so I can start this video. So today we're going to talk about my July goals and how I did, and then August goals. And I'm sorry for the weird lighting. I feel like there's like a shadow on my face going on. But I'm in my girls' room because they're still sleeping in the basement. So let's see if we can get through this. Alright, so first goals were all the the few make-alongs that I'm doing. So the first is the Jada and Stitches Mile a Minute. I did not work on that at all, so I don't have July's done. The next one was the Birthstone Make-Along with Judy from Witch Piece Craft. I did finish June's. It's right here. So for those of you who are new, I'm making a baby sensory book. So each page is a square, and I'm just basing the colors off of Judy's birthstone videos, and then I'll post a link to where I got the idea for the book and all the different stitches that she used. So far I haven't done any stitches that aren't linked and have tutorials for in that. So this is the Jacob's Ladder stitch, and this is June, so I chose gray. And yeah, that's all. I don't really weave my ends in. So finally finished June's, and then obviously it was July, so I had to do July's. So for July I did red. I still need to take pictures of these. Sideways. This is the mini berry stitch. So there's that one, and that's just a big twist, I don't know, red something or other, and they're not really the same size, I just realized. I knew this red one was a little big, but it's quite a bit bigger than the gray. Oh well. Alright, so that's my make-alongs. My goal number 2 for July was to finish the baby blanket I was working on, and I did finish that, and I took a little clip of it that I'll insert here because I needed to gift it. So I'll put that in right here. So I've been working on this for a little while. It is a Mustache Blanket. So I got inspired to make this with 2 different patterns that I was doing. Well, I did one and then, yeah. Anyway, so the first one was a hanging basket by One Dog Wolf, and I'll post the link to that below. And I made like 4 of those, and you make a triangle out of the moss stitch, and then you fold it to make a basket. And then I was seeing some people were doing, I think it's called the Daphne blanket, which is like granny stitch in a triangle, and you put the 4 triangles together to make a blanket. I think that's by TL Yarn Crafts, and I'll post the link to that below too. So I thought it'd be fun to try to make 4 moss stitch squares, not squares, sorry, 4 moss stitch triangles, and put those together in the same form that the Daphne blanket was to make a blanket. So that's what I did. I had I have 6 total balls of Lion Brand Ferris wheel. I forgot to grab the ball band. I think the color is Cotton Candy. And so I was going to use 4 of those and just make each triangle out of one whole cake. So that's what I did. I did, I think 54 rows of the triangle, and then I stopped when I had a little bit left over so that I could use the leftovers for joining and a border. So I will show this to you. It might be too close to get the whole thing in. So yeah, there it is. Pretty excited with how it turned out. I think it's super cute. It's really soft and squishy. Yeah, so here's a closer look. Yeah, so for the border, there's a fuzzy on there. The border I just did moss stitch all the way around. I think I did 4 rows. And then for the joining, I basically just joined with the moss stitch. So I like sandwiched 2 triangles together like this, and then did a single crochet in the chain space, then chain 1 single crochet. So it's basically the moss stitch all the way down till I got to the middle. And I did kind of just leave the middle open, and then I where the 4 triangles came together, and then when I wove in my ends, I kind of combined it a little more. Yeah, so there's my middle where the 4, sorry, the lighting in here is horrible, where the 4 triangles come together. And then what else was I gonna say about this? Oh, this took me a little bit longer than I thought because somehow one of the triangles I made ended up being way bigger, even though it was the same number of rows. So instead of frogging it, because this yarn can be kind of hard to frog, I just started a new cake since I had enough, and made another one. So yeah, and when I was putting it together, it's kind of hard to hard to see the join on the front, but you can see it on the back. But I tried to put like this one here ended in like the greenish blue color, and this one ended in purple, this one ended in a green, and this one ended in purple. So I tried to kind of organize it so it wasn't like purple purple, green green. It's kind of a bluish green. The color is kind of right, but up close as you're working on it, it's more like cotton candy blue, I guess. Yeah, so I'm excited for how it turned out. I might need to measure it. It's bigger than what I would normally make a baby blanket, but I'm really good at making like car seat sized baby blankets. So hopefully this will get some use for a while. But yeah, so she's having her baby like next week, so really wanted to get that done and over to her so she can have that. Okay, number 3. Well, I didn't really write. I have like 2 in each section. So section number 3 was to keep working on the poncho and finish it by the my family reunion. So I'm making a bag o' day poncho. I don't remember off the top of my head which one it is, but I will post that link below. And I'm using this as a swimsuit cover, which is why I wanted it done by our family reunion, because we'll be at a lake. So it is almost done. It doesn't look very big until you put it on. That's what it looks like so far. And my reunion's actually coming up in a few days, and so I think I'm going to call it done once I get a few more rows done of these like mesh type rows. If I ended it on these double crochet rows, it kind of folds over, like it twists up. So I want it to probably end on the mesh row. So, and I'm using shawl and a cake. I don't have the ball band with me, but it's what I think it's jade something like that. So hoping to have this finished maybe later tonight or tomorrow, and maybe I'll get a picture of me wearing that. Obviously not with my swimsuit on, but yeah. Okay. Dropping stuff. Alright, so number 3, second section of number 3, was towel toppers for the craft fair, and then fair items as needed. So this is why I didn't make a lot of goals for July, because I knew I'd be busy with the craft fair. Not the craft fair, the farmers market is what it's called. So I will show you the towel toppers that I've made, and one of these days I could take a picture of them and post it to Pamela's towel topper thing that she's doing. So these are all made using my kind of made up tutorial, not really even tutorial because I haven't done one. So each one is a little different. So there's a pineapple one, and this one has a longer section here, which I didn't like at first, but then I realized I needed it to be longer to fit over the oven handle. So the other ones I did barely fit around the oven handle. Here's this citrusy one. I thought I lost one for a second. This one. And the last one is tie-dye. The other main thing I made for the craft fair, I keep calling it a craft fair, the farmer's market, is market bags. So, since I forgot to tell you about them in my farmer's market video, I'll show you what I made. They're still connected to my chain. Hold on a second. Okay, that was interesting. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, so the market bags I've made. I made two main patterns. I'm just using different yarns. So the first one, I don't remember what order I made them in, maybe. So this is just called Crocheted Market Bag by Five Little Monsters. She has a website or a blog or whatever. She has a lot of cute stuff, like kids' hats and stuff like that. So here is that one, and I don't know if you can see up close the pattern. So it's basically like a V-stitch row and then kind of a granny row, so 3 double crochets together and then another V-stitch back and forth all the way up. And so this one is the Lion Brand Ice Cream Cotton Blend in the color orange. And some of these I did modify a little bit, like either doing an extra increase round or doing an extra round straight up, just depending on how I felt like the size was. I think this one I just did like the pattern. So they're not huge, but I think the idea is, you know, once you fill them up, they're stretchy enough to hold some stuff. So that was the first one. And I'll just show you all 3 that I made using that pattern. The second one is the Bernat Softy Cotton, it's the newer one. And I don't remember which color. This one I did, it is a DK instead of a 4-weight, so I did do more increases to make it bigger. So, but it ended up still being bigger than this one, so you can see that. Yeah, I really like how this one turned out. Just basic tan color, and you can really see the stitch definition. You can see the pattern a lot better on there. This last one of that pattern is the most recent one I made, and this is using Karen Cotton Cakes. This is a leftover ball that I used to make my daughter a shirt last summer. So this is all one ball. This is what I had left till I got to about here, and then the shirt that I had made for myself was using this blue. So this blue is basically the same as this blue down here, except for this one has, like, I don't know if you can see, it has like speckles of the purple in it, and then this blue here is just plain. But I figured it was close enough that I could finish it off with that. The biggest difference I did with this one is I actually ended in a crab stitch border. So I'm going to focus on it. There you go. Yeah, so crab stitch border all the way around that, including on the strap. So those are my 3 from Five Little Monsters. And then the other one is called Applesack by blackrosestitches.com. So it's basically just your basic mesh double crochet bag. This one is using Peaches and Cream from Walmart. I just bought a cone of this color, kind of for stuff like this or for experimenting with different washcloth patterns or whatnot. So it's basically like cream, and then it has little spots of pink and purple, and there's really, really light blue spots too that you almost can't even see. You probably wouldn't be able to see them. There's one right there. That's light blue. So there's that one. The next one I did using the ice cream cotton blend again. This is the color grape, the purple color. So, and then the last one, I'll show that in a minute. I guess that's a kind of other topic. Okay, so I'll show you other farmers market stuff that I've made since the last farmers market. I just have, like, as I finish stuff, I just like throw it in this little basket, and then eventually I was gonna put it like with the farmers market stuff to get it ready to go to the next one that I get to go to. So I made another necklace. This one's just like a dark blue, and then the beads are like shimmery purplish bluish. So there's that. I made two coin purses with the topper thing, and these never turn out the same size. Like this purple one is a little bit smaller, but it's also kind of thinner. They're both 4 weights, but the purple tends to be a little thinner than this. Is Red Heart Super Saver Mexicana, I think, and this is that same ice cream cotton blend in the purple. So I made 2 of those. I've started making some washcloths, and this is using a pattern by Winding Road Crochet, which I think is the same person who does the sensory book that I'm doing, the baby sensory book. So I can get 2 washcloths out of one like normal thing of cotton, and these look awful lot like Carrie Penny's new half double crochet back loop washcloth, because they're basically the same. Hers, she starts off with 10 in the middle. This one starts with 9 and has you go 10 rows. I think hers, she uses basically a whole ball of yarn and then has you do a crab stitch border. But I was making these before she posted her tutorial, so I'm sure you could use either one and have it turn out just fine. So I have 2 of this one, and these are just, I think that's a sugar and cream. I got that one at a garage sale, so I don't know how old that color is. And then 2 of this one, which is pretty sure it's Big Twist or Premier, I don't remember which one, but it's like their flamingo splash. And then 1 so far of this one, which is like Robin Speckle, same brand as that flamingo one. So that's all those. Then I made a bunch of, not a bunch, but a few inklets, and I used 2 different styles. One is by Jada and Stitches, and the other one I don't remember, but I'll post it. So the Jada and Stitches ones are kind of like a little V-stitch. I don't know if this is a good one to see. A little V-stitch with the bead. So let's see if I can show you. There's this one. And so with these, basically I was just using ones that I'd already made necklaces of the same kinds, because the beads were already on the string. So, and there's that one. It's kind of hard to see. And then the other style I made, I don't think I actually used a tutorial for the main part of the bracelet or the anklet. I just, you know, just did them kind of how I do the necklaces. Just did the chains and put the beads up whenever I felt like it. I did use a tutorial for how to make the little adjustable clasp thing right there. And so you can tighten this all the way, or you can loosen it. So there's beads on the ends of each of those little strings so they don't come undone all the way. So basically just use the same string and beads, but a different style. And that one. And then I made a bunch of chapstick holders, more than I thought, actually, looking at them now. These first two I made, okay. These are made out of, it's like a waxed cotton string from like a beading website that I had for some reason. So they're pretty stiff, but I kind of like them. This one I did like a V-stitch with half double crochet, not double crochet, and this is just regular single crochet. And then I used some size 3 cotton thread, so the thicker cotton thread, to make these 3 in this purple color. So I am dropping stuff. Just a regular single crochet. This one is like a double crochet type pattern, and I think this one's also the half double crochet V-stitch. And then the same thing out of a pinkish size 3, same stitches as those 3, so try not to make things too complicated by coming up with lots of different stitch patterns. And then this one, I think I just did half double crochet on this one. This is baker's twine from the dollar store. So I got one out of one little spool, but it came in like a 4-pack. So it had this blue, there's an orange and a yellow and a brown, I think. So I could make 3 more for $1. And then last one is white, but we'll get to that. Okay, so that's all my farmer's market stuff. Hopefully that wasn't too boring for you. Other goals. 2 sections of my nativity diamond painting. I did not do that, so now I am 2 months behind, so I have 3 sections to do in August, so that'll be fun. Okay, so that was all my goals for July. So, goals for August. Okay, my birthstone make-along. I need to make August, but at least I'm not behind anymore. I haven't decided which stitch I want to do. I haven't looked at it again. But I did look through my yarn, and I think I'm gonna do. I have like a red heart in sage, I think, so it's kind of a olivey color. So I think I'll do that. The mile a minute, I need to do July and August. Number 2, I need to do 3 sections of the diamond painting. My problem with this right now is I like to get it out and just do it like for a few days at a time and get it over with. But the corner of my table that I normally do it at is covered in all this stuff from the farmer's market that I'm working on. So I don't have any space to just put it and leave it unless I cleared that off. So number 3, it's my daughter's birthday at the end of this month, which means I need to print out her faces for her birthday banner, and some of her hats have fallen off her string, so I'm hoping I don't have to make any new ones, that we just need to find them behind her bed or whatnot. So and then I'm going to be making her some sort of rainbow gift to go with her birthday. I think I'm gonna make a wall hanging type thing. She's turning 8. Number 4, so I want to try to make, well, okay, so last year, at the end of last school year, so like 2019 school year, May 2020, yeah, sorry, I made my daughter's teacher like a mason jar, but it was covered to make it look like a pencil. So I want to make some of those with mason jars that I have, and see if anybody wants to buy them as like teacher gifts. So I've picked out different colors of like pink and gray and yellow yarn out of my stash to make a few of those with. So as soon as I get back from family reunion this week, I'm going to start working on that. Number 5 says start deciding Halloween costumes. So I usually make my girls their Halloween costumes every year. I don't crochet them usually. Usually lots of hot glue, like quick sewing, or using like clothes that already exist, like the easiest way possible. But I hardly ever just buy their costumes. So I'd like to get them started thinking about what they want to be for Halloween, especially since I have 3 to make this year instead of just 2, so that I can start making them in September. And then number 6 is I have a blanket that I want to start. I think I just want to make it like lap size. It's for my mom for Christmas. And then any other gifts that I need to make for Christmas, I want to start getting that organized and started and deciding specific things. The sensory book is going to be a present for my baby girl because she'll be just over a year at that point. So if I'm going to crochet her something for Christmas, I might need to crochet the other girls' stuff. So I need to decide what to make them that they would want and that I haven't already made. So yeah, so that's all I have for August goals. Now I do have some acquisitions which I left downstairs, so I will be right back. Actually, real quick, so at our reunion this week we're supposed to be doing some tie-dye, so I thought it would be fun to try to make some things out of white cotton and then tie-dye that instead of like dyeing the yarn. So I did make one chapstick holder out of white. This is Premier Cotton Fair, leftover from my daughter's blessing dress, christening dress type thing. I have 8 ends to weave in on this one, but this is the Applesack, and this is using Walmart's Mainstay cotton, the one that feels like Hobby Lobby's. I love this cotton. I have one coin purse, and I haven't put the topper in. I think I'd wait till after I try to dye it to put the little squeeze top in. And then somewhere in here I have one, I'm going to call this a popsicle holder. This is also a popsicle holder out of the blue color of the ice cream cotton blend. And I think I have one more popsicle holder in this bag somewhere. I have like 5 million little projects going on. Here it is. And none of them are the same size, but hopefully nobody cares. I was gonna maybe sell these or gift them or something, I don't know. These ones they go all the way through, so you can move it up and down as needed. Yeah, so I think that is everything I have to show you. I'm sorry that it wasn't super exciting as far as finished objects. I don't really have any works in progress that I felt like showing. I'm working on a necklace for my mom for her birthday, just like kind of like the other necklaces that I make. But yeah, I need to start working on the mile a minute. I want to bring that to my reunion if I have any downtime. We'll see. I have to drive, so I don't get a crochet in the car, unfortunately. So I will talk to you guys later. I'm not sure when I will do my next video, hopefully one before the end of the month, but we'll see. Not sure if I'll get to do any more farmers markets. It'll depend on my husband's schedule and if he can pick up the girls from school once school starts in a few weeks. But we're gonna not be able to do the next two anyway, so if I do another Tales from a Farmer's Market, it won't be until September. So that is all I have for today. Sorry, this is kind of a long video. But I will talk to you guys next time. Bye guys.